Welcome to Indian Wells, California, home of the 2021 Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships, presented by Pickleball Central. Join us as the world's best players compete to earn cash prizes and the coveted title of National Champion. This amazing action is brought to you by the City of Indian Wells, Franklin, Vila, Selkirk, Paddle Tech, Rockin' Protein, Takea, Superior Labs, Pro XR Pickleball, Franklin X40, and Margaritaville Pickleball by Head.
On championship court several times this afternoon, and as we now play under the lights, his opponent, well, he was just out on the court. Tyson McGuffin returns for a matchup versus J.W. Johnson.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. We'll see if Tyson McGuffin can answer what he didn't, do in this first matchup against J.W. Whoa, all right. Music's jamming here on championship court. Looks like the players are just about ready, but McGuffin coming off that 2-game loss to Navratil. See if he can bounce back here against the young buck, J.W. Johnson.
The previous matchup between these two went 3 games. McGuffin dropping the first, and then ultimately, well, he turned it around, winning 11-3, 11-4 in game 2 and 3. And we're about ready to get started. It'll be interesting to see how J.W. Johnson plays this one. We saw him really try to work towards the backhand side of Tyson McGuffin in that first matchup.
0-0.
Tyson McGuffin saying there's still some potential music being played. Looks like the music has now stopped. Literally. Now about to hit the 5 o'clock hour here in Indian Wells. Sun has set, heavy cloud cover as well. Phenomenal save from McGuffin.
Yeah, great ball there from McGuffin going cross court. And again, as the sun goes down, it gets even cooler out here. The ball gets harder, and the game's just going to speed up here.
I'd love to hear the ball off the paddle of both of these athletes, because it really displays how light their touch is, how they're able to kind of change and control the ball, especially at the kitchen line. Baseline, that thing's pinging.
Yeah, it is. And you can just, as we sit back here, we're up top, we can just hear it off the paddles.
J.W. Johnson working with the Franklin paddle. That's a little bit of his own spin to the serve. So that ball goes just wide. First point on the board. J.W. Johnson has had to play a few matches in the contenders bracket to get back to this point. Played Kevin Lewis, winning 15-9. To be able to work back in. Now facing off against Tyson McGuffin. A shot for the finals on the line.
0-1.
Right there, ball getting harder right there. Tyson McGuffin got to back off his serve just a little bit.
Maybe back off the return as well.
And Johnson just spinning that ball in his hand. He's got that snap serve.
Tyson getting twisted up.
Yeah, JW's just spinning him like a top back there. Tough right there. J.W. Johnson in control.
Just whipping that cross court. Another point for the youngin.
Wow. unbelievable look here from J.W. Johnson. He jumps out to a 4-point lead.
4-0.
Tyson McGuffin, not a whole lot of time to recover from that last matchup.
Nice ball from McGuffin, good control. He's got to get on the board here.
0-4.
Tyson McGuffin just taking a loss to Zane Navratil, which is how he found himself here in this bronze medal matchup.
Oh, what touch from the youngster.
I mean, what does it take to be able to hit a shot like this?
4-0.
That's loosening up the grip, being soft, not being stiff. There's just a lot that goes into that, you know, and he makes it look so easy, but that is hours and hours of practice, days on end, being able to hit a shot like that.
And a lot of timing as well, right?
Yes. Getting it at the right point, not letting it be too far out in front of you or get too close to your body.
6-0.
I love that right there. Tyson McGuffin looking at JW saying, you got to be nice to me, please. Really struggling right now.
Yeah, 7-0 lead here, and McGuffin just can't find a rhythm.
Great return.
Right, and there's that deep return. It's so important. Everybody, you think in pickleball, oh, just serve, return, and then let's get into the game, right, or get into the point. But the serve and return are so important, especially in singles. Wow, what a recovery from Johnson.
And it is slightly quiet here in Stadium Court. I think everyone recognizing the number of games that Tyson McGuffin has played this afternoon and the number of battles he's had to work through.
Yeah, just respect and understanding for McGuffin and what he's done. Again, he's battling all these quote-unquote young kids.
0-7.
My goodness, this game is just so challenging mentally. Ball in and ball out. Tyson McGuffin being able to tag the line there. Just the outside of the line.
Yeah, he does. He just gets the outside line. Maybe that's the break he needed right there. We'll see.
Just got to find that little bit of extra energy. And that ball long, so 2 straight for Tyson McGuffin. Maybe he gets a couple and starts to feel it.
Yeah, here he comes. Just couldn't plant his feet fast enough to get back in that point, but like you said, he rattles off 2, gets 2 back. Let's see if he can make a nice little run here.
7-2.
Got to stop Johnson here, though.
That's a great way to do it. So Zane Navratil sitting pretty already into the gold medal match.
Good forehand there from McGuffin. And here he comes, Cam.
1 by 1. Don't put it past Tyson McGuffin. Nice deep serve, and it pays off. Another point.
Yeah, these big serves from McGuffin and big returns, that's what's got him back here.
4-7.
What an angle from Johnson. It's just what this kid can do is absolutely phenomenal. Not many people can do what he does.
7-4.
Great shot right there on the forehand, but again, what was the reason? Short return.
And you'll start to see a lot of this too. That aggressive service pressure, next thing you know,
8-4.
it pays dividends.
Point.
And the same thing. Tyson having a conversation about the returns. That last one you said, well, next thing you know, what is he supposed to do when he returns it shallow? Well, then he returns too deep. That's a great ball from Tyson.
Just too much Johnson, though, right there. And he's got a game point on his paddle here, up 10-4.
10-4.
Misses that backhand. And just nothing he can do right there. Too much Johnson. Game 1 to Johnson, 11-4.
That's game number 1 of our bronze medal matchup on men's pro singles coming from Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships. Game 2 after this. Grab the back of the box, find the small button. Tyson McGuffin is looking for the reset. Quick side out, JW Johnson, Tyson McGuffin. This is your bronze medal matchup of the 2021 National Pickleball Championships.
Nice point from McGuffin. The block there, the key that he kept that down at Johnson's feet right there, not allowing him to come in and be as aggressive as he would have liked to be.
0-0. Point.
McGuffin first on the board, that's a good sign.
1-0.
Yeah, he needs to keep this going here. Get on a roll.
Ball long.
Yeah. Again, totally different conditions this evening than what these guys have been playing all day.
Defend the ATP for the winner. McGuffin is up 3-0.
Great coverage by both players there. Just misses that sideline, but a great run for McGuffin right there, 3-0. He's almost matched his score from game number 1 already early in game 2.
Little fire, a little barking coming from Tyson McGuffin.
That's when you know you're in trouble.
3-0.
I work with another co-host on another sport that is an Olympic gold medalist, and he says, it's all about the fake fire sometimes. You just got to find the fake fire to get you going. And with somebody that is as emotional on the court as Tyson McGuffin, it's kind of about that right now.
Yep.
The other phrasing would be fake it till you make it, right?
Right. It's a simple version of it.
I like fake fire, though.
Yeah, fake fire is way better.
Point.
And so you talk about that too, Cam. It kind of leads into, you know, did you see The Last Dance?
The movie?
The documentary.
Oh,
You are just. We got.
Yes.
Never mind. Go to the bracket. There we
take a
go.
look
All right.
at the bracket. Of course, Zane Navratil moving on to the gold.
Yep.
Who is fighting? That's Tyson McGuffin or JW Johnson.
Yeah, to come back here and we'll see. But like I was asking you, Cam, have you seen The Last Dance, the documentary?
Yes.
Okay. Talk about how Michael Jordan, he would create enemies. He made them up in his mind. He would just make stuff up that people would say about him. They wouldn't actually say it about him just so he can find a competitive edge, right? And that's like that fake fire or fake it till you make it. Kind of that same, along those same lines, right?
Time in. 5-0.
Great save from Tyson.
That's kind of how it is against J.W. Johnson, because he has, like, no emotion. So you can't not like the kid. You can just get annoyed with his game. But you got to make something up about him. I heard he was talking about me. No, he really wasn't. Not talking about anything. He just goes out and does his job, and it's a credit to him. Doesn't let the moment or anybody phase him.
It was sitting there right there for Tyson McGuffin.
Yeah, got what he wanted right there. Great setup on the forehand. He's going to put that ball away more times than not, but doesn't there. See if Johnson can get on the board here.
And changing some of the depth of the ball, too. That's one of the other ways you can. It's not just about deception and power.
5-0.
Tough serve.
Handled by Johnson. I mean, that ball almost skipped off the line, it looked like.
Trading side outs now.
0-5.
Yeah, no, it was back.
Ball long.
Wow, Johnson, watch him get this ball nonetheless, and then almost get this around the post. Check that on that Selkirk replay. Tough angle for us to see from up here. Too good from Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, you watch Johnson, too. He kind of just sticks his hand out, and then all of a sudden he flips with his paddle up the line or cross court right there. Very deceptive. Each reach looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he hides it well, holds till the last second. Johnson going with the traditional spin serve there with the two hands that only have a couple weeks left of that.
Point.
6-0 now for Tyson McGuffin.
6-0.
There's a great return from JW. The coffin corner just within that last foot and the last foot of the sideline as well, from the baseline to sideline.
Again, we've seen that numerous times today, Cam, this little drop shot, and all these players make it look so easy. It's similar to just the
6-0.
7-0 now for Tyson McGuffin. He's found some stuff.
7-0.
good return there from J.W. Johnson. Is again, that's the key that we've been talking about all day, is that depth on that return, and that's exactly what Johnson does right there. It's a nice deep return.
Big shout out to USA Pickleball, just dropping off some nice cozy blankets to us. Again, things starting to cool off that much more here in Indian Wells.
Oh, wow, what a battle there.
Quick hands, quick speed up from J.W. Johnson, looking to attack that much more.
Oh, nice put away. And McGuffin again, just like the first match against Johnson, losing game one and now cruising in game two.
Lots of room to work with.
Nothing Johnson can do right there.
What's wild to me is you watch rallies like that and their eyes are down, right? Looking for the ball. So for them to be able to read and understand where their opponent is in a moment like that is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's recognition. It's, repetition.
Peripheral vision.
Right. Looking down, but yet still seeing them out of the corner of your eye. Off the edge of McGuffin's paddle right there, side out to Johnson, but he's got a lot of work to do here.
A little extra sauce on that one, spinning away.
Wow, great ball from McGuffin.
Sorry, bud. That was all edge guard.
And see McGuffin let the ball roll right past him.
Take an extra breath. Continuing to apologize, saying that last ball came off his edge guard, which means it had a little bit of a funkier, not quite true spin to it. Hard to read.
Ooh, that ball's there for Johnson as we're sitting right on that sideline, Cam. That'd have been a winner if he gets that over.
Tyson McGuffin just 2 away from game number 2. Inside out. Oh, man, and you can see he's just starting to kind of, it's those last little 6 inches, he's still moving and jumping as he's making contact with that ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a side spin off the off the paddle, J.W. Johnson.
You've seen Johnson change the pace up of that serve too. He'll hit it with some loft or he'll hit it really hard. The softer he hits it, the more kick he gets from it too.
Tyson McGuffin talking about his forehand, saying he's getting 0 spin off of that ball.
One reason being too is because the ball's harder. So the ball's on and off his paddle so much quicker, right?
That's a great point.
And so when it's softer, he can control that ball more because it compresses a little more and he can get more spin and grit on it. So again, those are all adjustments that these players have to make constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Weather changes, especially when you're out here in the desert. It's warm during the day, and now we're all bundled up.
9-1.
Along with that, and
Is it?
yep, and
That ball just long. So we are now at 10-1, which means
10-1.
we're getting close. Game number 3 could be just around the corner. Great footwork from McGuffin. Full send footwork and just out of reach, just baiting him enough. How about this save from Tyson McGuffin? He stays on his feet and then, oh.
just can't get it. Great effort from McGuffin.
And that's the ball he's been looking for, whipping that.
Big forehand cross court there for Johnson, and there's no stopping J.W. Johnson. He is not going to give up. Yeah, he's down 2-10, but he's going to continue to fight here.
Game point opportunity for Tyson McGuffin. And game 2 going to Tyson McGuffin, which means we're going the distance here
Oh, yeah.
at Indian Wells. Would you have it any other way? The answer is no. Cameron Irwin and Dominic Catalano, we're sticking around because we got game number 3 coming up after this.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
Match point, it's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit margaritavilleresorts.com.
Hot chocolate has been delivered for game number 3. We're full of energy, and it looks like Tyson McGuffin is as well. Men's bronze medal matchup, deciding game. He's fired up and ready to roll. So Dom, talk about maybe some adjustments. We've seen almost, not to say 2 different Tysons, but from game 1 to game 2, very different play.
It has been. He controlled the ball a lot better. He got J.W. Johnson into the kitchen line, not allowing him to attack.
And shots like that.
And on cue, shots like that right there. And that's the difference maker right there, is if he can keep that ball nice and low, don't let Johnson attack.
1-0.
I think Tyson got a little worried there because he actually ran up on a high drop shot. A little extra help there from net.
Yeah, and he knew that he just did a little too much with that. I think he thought that ball was further away from him.
Good leave. He had his paddle on it and pulled it back. Still wearing sunglasses in the stadium as well. That's how bright these beautiful lights are. Illuminating our evening.
Oh, McGuffin. For some odd reason, he just does not like game 1 today. He's played 4 matches and has lost every game 1.
2-0.
But he's 3-1 in game 2s, and so far 2-0 in game 3s.
0-2.
Oh, wow.
Athletic play from Tyson McGuffin.
Still got some legs under him. Watch him jump the kitchen line here. Clear the sideline. Plenty of room.
He's got springs. Is he wearing Nike Shocks? Just kidding.
Oh, wow. And Johnson, trying to concentrate here. Johnson is anticipating cross court because McGuffin's been going that inside out cross court.
Yeah, great point.
And he anticipates it right there, and then McGuffin just goes flat down the line. Might see a timeout here from J.W. Johnson coming up as he's down 4-0 or he may wait until the end change to get that free timeout.
Point.
I hate seeing it right now. And the body language of J.W. Johnson, not good.
5-0.
As a reminder, these two previously met. It was 3-11, 11-3, 11-4.
Point.
And that's very close to what we're seeing in this same matchup. Large separations of points as we are now at 6-0. J.W. Johnson saying, yeah, it's time to take a break, figure out what's going on.
Yeah, they'll change ends here at 6. And, I mean, Johnson needs to get back to being aggressive. He's not being as aggressive as he was earlier in game number 1. In game number 1, the first time these guys met, he's got to be the aggressor. When he lets Tyson McGuffin dictate the point, he's just running into trouble.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's
Time in. 6-0.
How about that? So he's gone cross court, then he pairs it going up the line. This is one of the many ways to be deceptive in pickleball.
All right, and you saw Johnson just lean on that left foot just for a second. Good change by Johnson. Going to the actual strong side, heavy, and eliminating that McGuffin being able to make 2 decisions from the other side, or 2 choices and options.
Point.
Ball wide. J.W. Johnson is on the scoreboard.
1-7.
Oh, and that was the aggressive play you're looking for.
Right, he's about to take that ball. It does take that ball out of the air, but just off the edge.
7-1.
Can't get that up and over. I do like it, though. That's how he has to play to get back in this.
Point.
Can't have plays like that, though, right there. Can't have free points, not at this point, not at this juncture in the match.
8-1.
That's it. That's it right there. And he pushed McGuffin back on 3 shots and then finally hits the cross-court winner here.
How about that defense?
Wow. Just when I thought McGuffin had taken control of that point, Johnson digs that out.
Johnson didn't move a muscle there. He just sat with his feet firm on the ground and waited for the shot from McGuffin.
2-8. Timeout.
Johnson electing to go with the float serve, and it just floats a little too long.
And McGuffin finds himself buns to the ground.
Yeah, just tries to plant his feet and just can't dig in enough.
Yeah, that's what you want to see coming back with.
Yeah, exactly. After you go down, come back with a vengeance right there and a big forehand from McGuffin. 3 points away from moving on to the gold medal match.
It's all about how you responded right now. McGuffin is doing a very solid job. Again, I feel like the misses he's had, they're within just a few inches.
Yeah.
He's not far off.
No, he really isn't, and he's dialed in, and it's a totally different Tyson McGuffin from game one. there from McGuffin.
Eight to 2 still.
Tyson McGuffin out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Used to this cold weather.
Hey, I'm from Washington, and this is still hitting me a little bit right now.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I shouldn't be used to this. This is not right. Good control of the kitchen line by Johnson, again, being aggressive there. You know, not just playing that cat and mouse. Got to get out of the cat and mouse with McGuffin. Just out of the reach.
When you talk about playing aggressive, it's not necessarily just about speeding up the ball to be aggressive, right? There are so many different ways to become aggressive.
It's about, you know, being the aggressor, you being the one initiating your type of play or the point in general. So being aggressive, dictating the point and how you want to play it. Right now, McGuffin is all over his game, and it is just not slowing down. See wife Meg right behind him there in the white and pink hat, cheering him on. Why does she look warm?
We spoke to her not long ago, and she said, "That's not true. I am not cold. I am not warm."
Just long.
So we are now at match point for Tyson McGuffin. One heck of a turnaround for him.
Looking right back at Meg, saying something to her right before he gets into this point.
Finds the line and finds the game. Tyson McGuffin is victorious. 11 to 2 in game number 3. The number 2 seed, well, he'll meet the number 1 in the championship. Meanwhile, huge congratulations to J.W. Johnson as he picks up the men's singles bronze here at the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships.
Pickleball Central.
Welcome back to the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central. I'm with Tyson McGuffin, another 3-game match out here for you on championship court. Now, I'm just going to call a spade, brother. 0-4 in game 1s, but you're 3-1 in game 2s and 3-0 in game 3s. So when it's on the line, that seems like where you're digging in. What happens in the difference here from game 1 to game 2 against JW?
Yeah, so coming off the Zane match, I think I played like 10, 12 minutes after. So as you can see in that first game, I was kind of trying to pull the cobwebs off and was trying to find my best self. Lost the first game, took my changeover, took 2 minutes, put a towel over my head. That actually helped. I was able to kind of regroup, get my act bet together, and yeah, played pretty well. 2-2, games 2 and 3, not too shabby, but banged the serve, found the forehand, fought like there's no tomorrow, and let that 19-year-old know that this 31-year-old can still do business. He can still do business.
Well, Tyson, it did seem like the difference maker in this match was the return of serve. Getting the depth on that return of serve and forcing you or giving yourself a little more time to see the J.W. Johnson drive.
Yeah, as you saw in that Zane match, I think I missed, 10, 12 returns. That's pretty routine out of me the last couple of times I played Z-Man. I'm looking forward to 2022 when he does not have to, or when he doesn't get to do this, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, this particular match, yeah, J-Dub serves a little higher. He spins it, but doesn't have as much junk on it as Zane serve, and so bought myself some time. The ball's up a little higher. Zane serve's kind of kicking into me and moving around and not very predictable. J-Dub's is a bit more predictable, and it's kind of high in my strike zone. So returned super well, and looking forward to Sunday. I've lost to Zane the last couple of times I've played him, so I'm hoping for something new.
All right, well, congratulations, Tyson. Moving on to play Zane Navratil in that championship match on Sunday. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Take it easy, brother. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have our senior mixed doubles gold medal match here on Championship Court from the Margaritaville USA Pickleball National Championships presented by Pickleball Central.